Hi, my name's Lucy Legan from Planet Schooling, and this is
Ravi.
Today we're going to be fixing up our worm farm. Yesterday we found lots of ants in this one, and we solved the problem, but we found that there were too many worms in our worm farm, and we're going to separate the worms into a new farm. So we're going to show you how we do it. I like to do things low cost and use as many materials I have in my backyard or in my household. Should we get to it?
Yeah.
Yep, let's do it. Inside our worm farm yesterday, we found some sprouting
Plants.
beetroot.
Oh.
And you can see they were like through in the compost for the worms, but now they're sprouting, so we're going to put these in our veggie garden. So I'm going to pop these here. So like I said, this part here is quite lovely. It's all organised. But here we have a mass of worms with their worm castings. So you can see how beautiful the soil is. This is actually fertilizer for your garden, and it's for free. So basically you throw your kitchen scraps in here and the worms poop out castings, which are then amazing for your garden. We're going to leave that here for now. I'm going to pop this over here. So here we have our empty base, and we are going to shred some cardboard. I like to use cardboard that has no print. I don't like putting much stuff in my garden that has print. I know that a lot of the permaculture books say that you can use newspaper for your garden. When they were written, newspaper was just black and white. These days newspaper is full of color, so I wouldn't use newspaper because you don't know what inks they're using in the in the actual making of the journal. So we are going to shred some cardboard. You can see the cardboard doesn't have much print and it's been soaked. Can you do that for me? You have to do like this, shred. Can you pull it apart? So that's right. Oh, use your muscles. That's it. Pop it in the box here. Now usually I pop in some horse manure because worms absolutely go bonkers over horse manure, but we haven't been able to find any, so we are going to use some well rotted hay. We're going to pop a layer of this in there. You're going to pop a layer in there and I'll keep shredding. That's it. Now, these are great homeschooling activities because we need to get the kids out of the house. All the research shows that kids working in the garden, working with nature, are less stressed. They're more involved with nature, and you start building a great environmental ethic. And you try to start that young, because from 0 to 7, kids that work with nature learn to appreciate nature, will become great stewards as they get older. Okay, I think that's enough, Rabs. Here we go. We're going to put a bit more paper. Now, I always strip off the plastic sticky tape. You're going to go run off and play? We'll see you later, huh?
Okay, bye.
So I'm just going to put this aside, and we shall grab the back. Okay, so this is going to be the base where the new worms are going to live. I've just lined it with a piece of cardboard, thin cardboard, because I don't want them falling through into the bottom container. We're just going to have a bit of a look what's in here. Now, I'm a bit of a haphazard gardener. I need to do things fast because I have, like most people, a lot of jobs to do. So you can see this is full of worms. I'm actually just going to pop this straight into the cardboard. The saw's a bit sloppy, so the dry cardboard will help remove some of the humidity. You can see. So when you find worms in a ball, It's because they're usually making babies. Oops, and we have, yes, we have a little egg here. And you pop that all in there. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is, it's quite simple. Whoops, that's the wrong one. I'm going to pop this on top of here. Now you're probably wondering, why is she popping that on top? Because I'm going to put the food here, and if you have a look on the base here, you can see that there's little holes. The worms will be hungrier, so they're going to climb through these holes, move through the newspaper, and then start eating the food. So they're going to do the work for me. So that pops on top. And I've got some food back here. Worms love watermelon. They absolutely love it. Though what will happen, you'll put watermelon and you'll pick it up and there'll just be a whole lot of worms hanging onto the watermelon. So I'm just going to put it in one corner to really encourage the worms to come up. And I'm going to pop this back, because I'm doing exactly the same thing here. And you always pop your lid back on, because worms in the sun, they have 95% water, so 2 hours in the sun, you have a crunchy worm. They're not. And another urban myth is that if you cut a worm in half, you have 2 worms, but the fact is you have a dead worm. Isn't that right, Ravi?
Yep.
Who's now watching? So this is my system. You see two worm farms. This is enough fertilizer for my whole garden. Now we have here, the system here, you can see that it's slightly inclined because gravity will help remove all my worm juice. And this worm juice is known as black gold. No smell, but full of nutrients. And then what I do, I just let it fill up, and then I continually, I fill up my barrel. So every 2 days I pass here, fill up my barrel, then I can have free fertilizer. Okay, you don't need to buy anything. And what I find that sometimes if I'm putting food in, I go, whoa, this is a little bit dry. I'm a bit cheeky, so I don't have to run off and grab water. I just pop a tiny bit more of this on it, and it reactivates, and the excess will just drip out. Put the lid back on. So there you have it. A small system in the side of a house in an urban setting that can feed your farm. Now, if you're urban, if you live in an apartment, you can have one of these. You don't have to have it inclined, so you don't have to have the liquid dripping out the whole time. You can basically have your tap like we have here, and that goes on and off, so you don't have a mess in your apartment. And also, if you have like a dinner party and you have way too much food, you can blend it all up, so and you pour it in to your garden. And because the worms don't have much to do, they'll just eat it really quickly. Because if they have to munch through things, obviously it takes a bit of time. But if you turn it into a bit of a liquid mush, it's a bit disgusting, but it works really well for apartments. So that's it. Thank you for watching. And we have a great article on theplanetschooling.com about how to make the cheapest worm farm in the world. You can check that out as well. Great. Cheers.